Hello and welcome again to our AppScript and Sheets series. In this video today, we will learn another skill from the AppScript. As we said, the most important thing that we need while working with the AppScript is to know how to select our sheet, our spreadsheet, our sheet and our cell, and selecting them will enable us to do a lot of functions with them. First, we need to master the selection. So the next step, we can master the actions we are going to do with them. So as we said, we go to our AppScript from extensions, AppScript. It opens the functions that we had made the last time, which is select one, the functions that we had made, and then we had converted it into a macro, and we had imported it as a macro. Today we are going to extend on our work, and just simply I will take a copy from my function, this one, Control C. Just simply I will paste it here, and I will call it select 2, so we can do it differently, and we can even compare what we are doing. So the first thing is the variable spreadsheet, that's spreadsheet.getActive, so we are selecting the spreadsheet, the active spreadsheet. There's another thing which is not selection, but it's open. There's selection getActive spreadsheet, which is working the same exactly as getActive after the spreadsheet app, and there's open sheet or open spreadsheet by ID, which will be our topic in the coming lecture, because working with IDs is a little bit complicated. So we will do it and takes several steps. So we'll do it in a coming lecture. Today we will work with the sheet. So we had learned how to get our sheet using the active sheet. So I'm getting only the active sheet, the sheet where I'm standing. So this one is the active sheet 6. So my function will run on sheet 6, which is active, which is the selected sheet. So suppose that I need to get a different sheet. For example, I have other sheets in here. I have in my spreadsheet, I have sheet 4. So I need to make this action for sheet number 4, or for a specific sheet that I had for my expenses, for whatever. I need to make a certain action on it or transfer certain data to it. Then I need to select my sheet first, then I can work inside it. So instead of get active sheet, I will say get sheet, okay, by name, okay, and then I will open my parentheses. When you open your parentheses, simply it brings you the help. It pops up for you the help, and I made a ticket for this because it's not coming in other ways. Maybe we will have a modification shortly for the sheets to fulfill this requirement. So the name of the sheet I need to get is written simply between the parentheses, and it's written as a string. Whenever it says to you as a string, it's very important to put double quotations, and then you put the name between these quotations, and then it will get you the sheet with using this name. So if I need to get the sheet of the name of the sheet that I need to work with, for example, I need to work with sheet number 4, so I double click on sheet number 4, it will open to me that I change the name, but this time I will not change the name. I will just take Control C, and then I return back to my sheet 6. Now the active is sheet 6 because you see it in green, and the other sheets names are in black. Now if I return here and Control V, I put the name of the sheet. Now like this, I had selected the sheet number 4. So when I say that activate activate H7, it will move first to sheet 4, and then we'll go to get H7. So I will save as usual. Don't forget to save, because otherwise it will run the old version of the function, and then you can select the function you will need to run from here. So select 2 and then run. My function is executed. When I return back to the sheet, you can find that now we had moved to sheet 4 and to cell H7. So now you can move from the active sheet to sheet with a specific name. As I told you, it's very important to master your selection. So doing the selections, you can do the functions on the selected sheet and on the selected cells. Now we need after that to see how to make different ways of selection. Simply I had here I had selected to activate only the sheet with A1 notation. So get range, and then I will open my parentheses. Now you find the help for the get range. The get range help has 4 pages. You can see it from here with examples. The first one is get range using the row and the column. It's not a string, so it's not a name. So you need to put a number here. So what is the row number and what is the column number? If you come back to your sheet, so the column number, the sheet number, row number is simple. That's 1, 2, 3, and so on. So the columns is numbered the same way. So A is 1 and P is 2 C is 3, and so on. For example, if I need to get column D, so that's 4. That's column 4. Okay. So now I need to go to the macro, and I need to go to row. For example, I will select row number 5, and I need column number 4, which is column D. You can see here it's row and column. Okay, and after that I put dot and activate. Okay, and then I make Control S. Now when I run my function, if you turn back to your sheet, you can see that now what is selected is row number 5 and column D, which is column number 4. So that's how to get the row and number of the sheet. Okay, that's an important one. So if we need to extend our selection a little bit more, if I go to here, when you put little bit numbers here, for example, if I put here a comma, then you can put any number of rows you need to select. For example, I will select 3 rows, and then I make Control S, and then I run my project again. And then when I return, here you can see that now it's not only one cell selected, it's selected 3 rows from this space. So it selected the 3 cells underneath it, starting from here. If I need to select all this square, I think that's an easy task. So simply I will go here, and I will add another comma here, and then I will add another 3. So that's the number of columns. Then Control S, and I run once more. Okay, and then you can see that now I had selected arrange. So you can change the styling, you can copy all the data inside it, you can put it in an array, and you can fill it with an array of data, which we are going to see all this in coming lectures together. So now we know how to make a selection. Another thing we know how to make the selection with, simply if you remember, it was the A1 notation, which is A1, it's D4, D5, H7, and so on. That's the A1 notation that we had learned the last time. So if I make like this, and then I put the quotation because it's coming with a string. So I say, for example, F8, and then I save and run. If I turn back, you can see that it's moved to F8, my selection. So that's the selection, how to select the cells to start acting upon them. So again, if I moved the activate, if you need to get the help, you need to move all this and start writing your parentheses from the beginning. It will open to you the help. So we had seen the row and column, we had seen the row and column and row numbers, row and column numbers, and we had seen the A1 notation. Now you can master the selection tools. After mastering the selection tools, you can do a lot of functions on these cells, and that's what we are going to see in the coming videos. Subscribe, join, like the channel, spread the information. We all need to master the online digital skills. See you in coming videos.